everybody, Virginia. How are y'all doing today? Good, I hope. Sorry, this is gonna be in a rush. I need to get to the post office, but I had hosted a holiday embellishment swap, and a couple of the ladies did not get their embellishments, and so I'm trying to get them done as quickly as possible and get them out in the mail. Shirlene did not get hers. We don't know what happened, but so she wanted a traditional Christmas. So this is what I came up with for her. I hope that she likes it. I used traditional reds and greens, silvers and golds. And so I done lost my list. Let me see. I'm so sorry. I can't remember my kids' names, much less a list. That's terrible. Well, let's hope I can just wing it. Okay, so anyway, we had to make 15 embellishments. When we made the embellishments, we had to use our partner's holiday of choice theme. And again, like I said, Shirlene chose a traditional Christmas. And so let me get started. One of the very first items, if I can get this right, was a picture frame. We were allowed to use any picture frame that we wanted, whether it was a store-bought or a chipboard, whatever. And we had to have an image inside of the picture frame. We could not use a stamp to stamp it. So let me get started really quickly and show you what I came up with. All I did was use a Michael's frame. I didn't do nothing to it because it was bright red. I just added a few little embellishments, a ballerina, some little flowers and things. And then there's my image. Next, we had to alter a key. And so all I did was use a Michael's key. And Shirlene, I am sorry that this is coming out to you late, sweetie. It just seems like just when I have a chance to get it done, something else comes up. But all I did was put a red and white doily in the back. This was a brooch. I cut the brooch off in the back. It has the cutest little beads in it. And then I just hung a jingle bell on there. I left it without a hook in case you wanted to either hang it or if you wanted to glue it down flat. We also had to alter a small bottle. I unfortunately have no more of them little itty bitty bottles. Lillian, close your mouth, please. I'm sorry, my granddaughter is enjoying her pan dulce, but she's a bit loud. So what I did was I had this Christmas ornament. And yeah, it's longer than the normal little bottle we were to use. But I thought it was really cute. I reapplied some glitter and stuff on top. I took off the lid and I filled it with pearls and some more of the little glitter on the inside. I just added some vintage seam binding. And when I say vintage, it really is old seam binding. And a flower and a little jingle bell. So there is her bottle. We also had to alter a matchbox. The matchbox had to have a small dangle on the top bottom and a hanger on the top. All I did was cover it with this Christmas paper. I put some trim on the top and the bottom, and then I used these beads that you would make a poinsettia out of. I put some bling. I hung a little Santa Claus on the bottom and a little hook on the top. And then when you open it, I just put a little, it looks black, but it's actually green, Christmas tree in there with the word Merry on top, and it's sitting in a bed of snow. So there is her matchbox. Oh, come on. And I'll fix that in a minute. We also had to do an art I make. And this is what I did. I used 2 appliques that you would iron on from the back. And I just glued them together. I put some beads, a little button, and a bauble. So there is her art I make. We had to alter a cork. The cork had to have a hanger on the top and a dangle on the bottom. Shirlene, I had to use a bobble, a sewing thread or thimble, not a thimble. Oh my God, no, not a bobble. What would you call this? A sewing spool, thread spool. Sorry, because I did not have any more. And lo and behold, today I got a package from Roseanne and there's a couple in there, but this one was already done. So all I did was I left it in the natural state of the wood, the color. I liked it that way. I used some more of that paper that I used on the matchbox. I inked the edges. This was an earring and I cut the earring off and I just hung the little jingle bells. I ran the seam binding from the bottom to the top with leaving a little hook, and then I used this metal charm and I glued two little poinsettia sequences on there, and then that's where you hang it. And on the bottom I used a ribbon slider to hook it onto to go so it wouldn't go any further through the bobbin or spool, I'm sorry, and then I just put pearls on the outside and I put them on the top. So there is her spool, I guess. We also had to alter a spoon or a fork. Now what I did was I just got a metal spoon. I'm sorry. I hung a little piece of red seam binding. I cut the tip off and I bent it and made a loop. And I put a piece of wedding trim, and then I used some of this, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called. Oh, I know what it's called. Some string. Yeah, string. And what I did was I just made lots of little loops and glued it behind it. And then this is another brooch, this little sleigh, and I glued it onto the top, and then I strung a piece that went from this whole piece through the loop, and then I put some more glitter, if you can see that. There you go, you can see little bits of it. And then on the back I just added, I'm sorry, it's my voice isn't catching up, a little piece of wedding applique with some more pearls and beads. Oops, some strings. So there is her altered spoon. We also had to use about a 4.5 doily. We could either cut it from chipboard or cardstock, or we could use a paper one like for the cakes. But we had to back it onto something so that it would be sturdy. And what I did was I backed it onto a piece of glitter cardstock. And you can probably see the gold. It was gold covered. Let my voice catch up. I'm so sorry for that. But see the gold? Okay. Then I just put sequins all the way around the edge. This little bauble right here, the ornament, it is actually a magnet. And then the leaves back here, the holly leaves, were a metal little embellishment piece. And then I just inked the edges red, and I added some flowers here and some trim from Walmart. Now we also had to make a stick pin. So there is her altered doily, and here is her stick pin. Let my voice catch up, I'm sorry. Okay. So here is her stick pin, and all I did was use red and green glass pearls from Michael's, put some little bead caps on the top, and used one of my old hat pins. So there is her stick pin. And I just stuck it inside the doily so that it would have somewhere to travel without getting broken. So she can take that off when she's done. We also had to alter a shape. And the shape had to be opposite of the shape that we used behind the flower. And I'll show you the flower here in a minute. I kind of cheated. I bought these little ornaments from the dollar store. I thought they were really cute. And so it was already pretty much decorated. It had the trim on the edge. It had the bird in the middle. And so all I did was I cut these little leaves off of a branch that I got at Michael's. Let's see, I'm sorry. I added some more of that little beads on the edges of the leaves. And then I just used some mulberry flowers and then some that one of the girls sent me. I punched these little swirls out with my Sizzix. Now, Shirlene, I left it as it was as an ornament, so it can hang. If you do not want to use it as an ornament, sweetheart, just cut the string off. And I'm putting in some stars. And you can just stick one on there. Let it show. Oh, it's frustrating when it doesn't do it. So anyway, so you can do it that way if you like. It's all up to you. So there is her shape. Now here is her flower. Oops. And we had to do about a 3-inch flower. And it had to have a shape on the back. And what I did, again, I used one of the dollar store ornaments. I just thought they were so cute. And I used a big mulberry flower and smaller ones. And then I cut a little spray apart. Or not a spray, a flower stamen. And then I just put some more of the little shapes that I cut out. And I'll show you that. Now, if you don't want to use this as an ornament, again, cut that off. And I am putting a piece of this in your embellishment bag, your goodie bag. And all you have to do is put a little glue right there. Lay it on top, glue it. Put a little glue to the back if you want to go all the way around. You don't have to. And you can seal it right there and it'll look like a finished shape. So I'm going to leave that up to you. So there is your 3-inch flower. We also had to make a card. Now, I haven't written her message in the card. I used a pre-made card. I'm not very good at making the newer style cards. So what I did was, this is the card. I added a little glitter on the snow areas. I added some more gold pieces of swirls or flourishes. I love this little flower right here. It's also one of them, I think they're Prima. And so I just layered them and added some little seed beads in the middle. Very pretty. And it already comes embossed. And the envelope comes with a matching envelope. Or the card, I'm sorry. The card comes with a matching envelope. So I will put your special message inside, because the only thing we had to do was make a card. And I didn't make this one, but I added to it. And we have to put a special holiday message to our partner. So like wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and so on. We also had to get them a candy bar. Now, Shirlene, I'm sorry, I didn't think to ask you what kind of candy bar you like, so I think this is a Twix or a Kit Kat. And we had to wrap it in paper. Now, I just very briefly put a little piece of tape in case you want to use this. I added a dollar store Christmas tree ornament. I added some of this. Okay, hold on, baby, and I'll give it to you. Just hold on. Punchinella piece on it. Yes, ma'am. Right there. And then I added a little poinsettia, a glittered poinsettia. And then up here, we were also to put a holiday quote saying or little poem. And all I did was add a little thing, a saying that said Happy Holidays on mine. So, this is her candy bar. And last, we had to make, and I hope this shows it better. Let me, again, like I said, we had to do a goodie bag. And we were to put, the goodie bag was to be no smaller than a 3x5 and no bigger than a 4x6. In the bag, we were to put embellishments, more embellishments that would help further embellish the project that they were going to be working on. So inside here, I put a lot of red and green little thingies and silver and gold, I think, and some white. So that way, whatever project she would like to work on, she could further use these embellishments to help embellish the project. We were to, we could decorate the bag or just put it in a pre-made bag. It didn't matter. I just added a doily and a poinsettia. Our packaging for all of this did not have to be in a specific packaging, a box or whatever. We could just put it any way we wanted and to send it off. So now, let me bring this closer. And I do hope you can see this better. Now I might need to come up just a tad. Is it going to work? There we go. And we had to make a dangle. Now all I did with her dangle was I used a lot of red and green and silver and gold beads, and these were from Michael's, these little red disco balls. I just added them. I used some beads from Michael's or Walmart. This was an earring from Walmart. Another earring from Walmart. I just used various beads from all over the place. Some bead caps, more. I used another bead. And some of these beads, they're plastic, some are a little bit of glass. It didn't matter. I used some broken jewelry that I had, added a Santa on it. Let's see, then there's another piece of the broken earring with another little bauble. Again, like I said, the disco ball one, and I showed you that one. And then there's that one. And then this one's just another broken piece of jewelry. It's a pretty big bead. And I just put some rondelles and some bead caps and some little earring pieces or bells that I got from Michael's. And then this one again, like I showed you, that broke it, the earring, I just took it apart. Another disco ball. This one I used a couple more beads, and then I added a snowman I made out of beads. And then this one is some beads that Roseanne gave me. And I just took the top off. I think it went to an earring. And then I added some of the red and green little beads. And let's see. This one, glass pearls from Michael's with some bead caps. And this is an old K & Company embellishment. So I just used that, and then another bead cap. And so I hope, Shirlene, that you enjoy these. And again, I am so sorry that you did not receive yours. But I will send these right out. And Trisha, yours are being made and they are on their way, sweetheart. I'm sorry if it takes a little bit longer. But everybody, have a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you by then. And be safe out there again. Make sure you don't be drinking and driving and, you know. But have a good, safe holiday. God bless all of you. And have a great day. Bye.